Hello, welcome back to my channel. Sorry that I didn't post on Sunday, but today's Monday. Better late than never, right? Anyway, I'll tell you what happened. Anyway, today I'm gonna be using a preshave by Phoenix Artisans, Gusto by Silver Commander. Due to Mel's week is newbie week, so this is new to me. And from last week, the Nacet, because like I said, I'm a day late, so we'll do it with the Nacet, the Marvel that Dogg and Melly gave to me, and what I won from BBS Live, the Wild West brush. And let's get this puppy started. Okay, pre-shave here, here. So, yeah, yesterday was Sunday, so I've been begging my boyfriend to take me to the garnet mine here in Montana, and we went to the garnet mine. So, I got the house, yay! So that's why I didn't post or shave yesterday. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Getting out doing something. Something that you normally wouldn't do. Put this here. Brush here. So there's a lot of new exciting things going on. New. Haven't touched yet. And it smells just like her. I don't really smell the raspberry, but I smell the lemonade. So we'll scrape this out. Yeah, I know, it's a lot. Rather have a laugh, but you know what I mean? Then run out later and I have to over some more. That's the worstest. Well, yeah. Anyway, sorry it's kind of dark at the curtains because it is hot and it's in its 80s. And me, living up here in Montana, I'm not used to the hot temperatures. Kind of like it here because it's not so hot. Like if I was down in California, Florida, Texas, like when I go visit my friend in Texas, it is way hot. And you just don't feel like doing anything. I got a synthetic brush, so don't have to wait for my brush to relax and soften up. So I can just get it wet and get it going. So what was new yesterday, I thought I was going to miss because I was garnet hunting, was Busta's live video on leather and blades reviews. And I was like, oh man, I told my boyfriend, I go, I'm going to miss his live. He's like, so? And I'm like, well, he hasn't did anything like this in a long time, and you know, stuff that happened in the past, and I wanted to see him. And my boyfriend's like, you can miss it. So I'm like, oh man. But anyway, like I says, it took me forever to get my partner to take me there, so I wasn't missing that out for the life of me. So we went when they opened at noon, because it's like a little over an hour drive from us to go down south. So yeah, it was fun, interesting, and hot because you had to be out in the sun to get to actually see the garnets. Because what you do is you buy a bucket or whatever, and you put it in your little strainer thing, and oh, there's little man lungs. If you hear kids screaming, that's our neighbor kid across the street. But anyway, you put it in this little square sifter thing, which is a metal screen. You put your stuff in it, and you shake it back and forth in water. Then you turn it on, and you turn it, shake it. And what you're doing is when you're shaking it, the garnets are a little heavier, so they'll vibrate into the center. And then you turn it sideways. And then you go bloop, bloop, bloop. And then you take a table and flip it, and then all your garnets should be in the center, kind of like sapphire mining. So. Yes, I had fun. I know in every state there's different kinds of gemstones you can hunt for, so. Alright, let's get this rolling. You know the drill, only to hear. So. Alright, here's my story time. Okay. I believe it was the 20th, which was Monday. My partner and I, we've been going out for walks. We started out at 1 mile. And 1 mile, we're up to 3.2 miles. Anyway, what we do is we do a block, and then we just add another block. We just keep adding and expanding our circumference of our walking. Like I said, we started at 1 mile. We were up to 3.2 miles, but yeah, here's the deal. I am back up to 289. I am so pissed. I'm just like, seriously? I mean, I'm busting my butt walking. Found out when I put I went and bought new insoles because my feet were starting to hurt. And my boyfriend's like, well, shoes are not too bad. I go, no, but I need to put a new insole in it. So we went and got new insoles, which messed up my shoe, which now I can't fit in properly anymore. So we went to go buy shoes, and lo and behold, they say when you get older you lose your arch. So now I am technically going from a size 8.5 to a size 9 to 9.5. Now I'm at a freaking 10. What the hell? And I'm like, when you get older, I thought your feet stop growing. Well, technically, what happens is you lose your arch. So what it does is it flattens out your feet. I'm like, oh, great. So that sucks. And I was wondering why my feet were hurting. Even though they're hurting, I was still walking. Gotta do what you gotta do. But like, I gained weight. I'm like 3 pounds a gain. And I'm like, ugh. I'm aggravated. Just so freaking aggravated. And the other day my boyfriend's like, ready for a walk? I'm like, freaking no. He's like, well, why not? I go, freaking gained weight. I freaking gained weight. I cut back on my calories. I intake 1,200 to 1,500 calories. And been walking. Been checking my sugars. Sugar's doing great. Everything's doing great. I just, every so often I get the cravings for snacks. My friend's like, okay, don't do it. Don't do it. If you do, let's write it down. Well, of course, freaking went for a blizzard the other day. I write it down. I'm still within my 1,500 calories because it's like, okay, if I want a blizzard, I freaking cut out my meal. So I cut out my meal, and guess what? Still gaining weight. I don't know. I don't get it, but it's faithful eating breakfast every morning. Today, I did me. Well, my partner's back to work, so yay! Finally, get to relax. He's a stressful little bugger. He's like, every day, what are we going to do today? What are we going to do today? Relax. Just don't stress. He's the type of person, if he's not stressing over something, he's miserable. And then if he's stressing over it, he's miserable. So he's never really a go happy lucky little dude. He's just always, I don't know. Okay, let's put it this way. Let's say if he magically won the $1 million, won whatever, and he paid off all his bills, didn't have to work, all he had to do was just stay at home and do nothing and or go do whatever he wanted to do, he'd be the type of person that'd be sitting there. I'm bored. What the hell's going on? No. And he would nag and bitch and whine. He's the type of person, he's just never happy. And it's sad. Because you gotta have some happiness in your life. But maybe I'll be his happiness for him. I'm happy when I sit here and like terrorism, shave, whatever, you know. I'm a pretty good lucky person. Well, not really lucky. If I was lucky, I'd be winning at the casino. But yeah, well, anyway, on the 20th, we went for a walk. And it was on a Monday. We were one freaking block away from home. And we'd never seen this dog out, never. And that day, he was chillaxing in the street. We're like, what is that dude doing in the street? He's always in his pen in the gated fence. Well, behold, a little sucker comes zooming out at us. And the lady who owned the dog is sitting there at her gate. And she had her doggy treats. So she knew the dog was out. So she's like, come here. I don't even know the dog's name, but yeah, come here. Okay. So she's screaming at the dog to come here. The dog's not listening. It's running around us. So I just keep going. My partner's like, just keep walking. I go, okay. And then the dog started going at him. And it bit him here on his right leg and ran around and bit him again on the left leg. And then I did not know it bit him, right? So we walked to the next house. Finally, the dog, after it bit him, ran into the yard where the lady grabbed him and took him in the house. She didn't ask if we were okay or anything. We're like, so we went to the next house and asked my partner. I go, okay. I go, so did the dog bite you? And he goes, yeah. I was like, what? And I go, little dude bit you? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh man, great. I go, give me your cell phone. So I had to call the police. I had the police come and they'll take pictures because the police pull. He goes, what happened? I go, well, a dog bit him. And he goes, do you need an ambulance? I'm like, no, it was a small little dude. Just bit him and took out a chunk of his leg here and a chunk of the leg on the back on the other one. And he's like, oh, okay. So you don't need an ambulance. Well, no, we don't need an ambulance, but I need you to document this. So he's like, ugh, okay. Sorry, buddy, for making you do your freaking job. But he took pictures, documented it. He goes, oh, so it's here at this house? Because I didn't know where we were at. I know the street we're on, but I had to look at the mailbox that we're standing in front of to get the address. So they assumed we were there, which we weren't. It's the next house down is the one that bit us. So they're like, well, which house? So we walked over and showed them. It was this trailer house, and as an older lady, she had her dog, the little doggy treats, you know, told them everything what happened. The guy goes, okay. Well, let me document all this, and then an animal control person will call you and talk to you. So we're like, alright. So we're sitting here. We're continued home. I got his business card. So, came home. And as soon as we got into the door, then we got a phone call. It's from the animal control people. Asked us what happened. So we told him what happened. We told him we called the police. And police documented everything, took pictures. He's like, well, could you guys take pictures too? We're like, yeah, we could take pictures. So anyway. So the guy goes, well, it's too late at night because this is coming to 10 by now. And he's like, well, I'll see you guys in the morning. So at the time, my partner was still on furlough, so he wasn't working, so we didn't care. So the guy comes, he gives us these papers, and then he calls us later on. He's like, well, technically, you really don't have to press charges or anything. I'm like, well, the dog bit him. It drew blood. I want the dog quarantined. And I can't figure out why he did not want us. He's telling us not to file a report. I know we're going to file a report so we could document this. He's like, ugh, okay. So, this is a phone call later. So later on, we filled the paperwork. We called him and told him that, okay, we got the paperwork. So Wednesday, he came and picked up the paperwork. And he was like, now I gotta go pick up the dog. I go, why, that you said no matter what, you guys gotta pick up the dog. And he's like, well, now I have to because you guys filled out the paper report. Right, okay, but you told us before, no matter what, you're going to take the dog and quarantine the dog, because what happens if something's wrong with it? You know, when it has a dog bite wherever you live at, you have a chances of having rabies or whatever else that the animal could catch. So they don't want people to catch the disease. So they quarantine them for 10 days to watch them, make sure everything's okay. So that's what I thought. And he's like, oh, you know, you really don't need to go to the clinic, but it would be nice if you did. So we ended up going to the clinic. My partner got his tetanus shot, and as far as we know, the dog was quarantined and everything was fine. And then the next day, on Thursday, I think it was Friday, quarantine guy, the animal control guy called, and he says, due to the dog being a service animal now, we can't quarantine the dog. So the lady says she's just going to quarantine in her house. I'm like, what? How did it go from being a little foo-foo to now it's a specialty dog? What the hell? So basically, he drug his butt. So I bet you he told her to go call a counselor. So, okay, this is how I found out what happened. So anyway, the woman did not want to cuff up her dog. So she was crying, whatever. So she goes, since this animal control guy's taking so long, he goes, I don't know if he told her to do this, but she goes to the counselor, tells the counselor, hey, my animal's a service animal because it keeps me unstressed. So this animal, I understand, if your animal keeps you unstressed, get the freaking paperwork pre-hand when you first get the animal. Don't get it when something happens. That's where I'm pissed. So anyway, I called the city attorney, and she goes, oh, well, we don't do that. We only do with criminal. I'm like, oh, okay. So who would I talk to? She goes, one moment. So she goes and puts me on hold. And then she goes, I need you to talk to this lady. I go, okay. So she sends me over to this other lady. And I go, anyway, that's my situation. I am kind of bent because this dog is supposed to be quarantined. And it's still, you know, out and about doing whatever. And the animal control guy, JD, said, oh, it'll be quarantined. And we'll keep an eye on it. And whatever. So I'm thinking this dog is quarantined. It's, you know, going to be kept an eye on, a legitimate eye on, and it wasn't. So, okay, great. She says, well, the lady went to her counselor and had a counselor write a letter. So now the dog is considered a service animal. So we can't take the animal. I go, so well, if he gets bit again or somebody else gets bit, then what? Oh, well, then she knows that. She's already pre-warned. And I go, okay, well, my partner had to go to the clinic, get these shots and everything. And she goes, well, we will only pay whatever out of your pocket. I go, well, I don't feel that it's fair that his insurance covered the tetanus shot, and technically, she should reimburse the insurance. She goes, oh, we don't do that here. So this town is pissing me off. So we only have 10 days to put in our paperwork because it's not fair for her, the lady, that dog that bit him, that we didn't get it inform her quick enough. What the hell? I'm just so aggravated. So anyway, I quit walking. F it, tired of it. Stressed, pissed. So anyway, this town sucks. But other than that, I had a good shave. Like I said, it's a new product. Gusto. I was going to use... I got this new raspberry fragrance, and to me I thought it was going to be like really raspberry. Yes, it smells like raspberry after the alcohol dissipates. So I was going to use that with this, and I was like, oh, forget it. I'm just not feeling the fragrance today. But that was a good shave. And I hope you guys like this video. And that's what the freak happened this past week. Total shit show. So now I get to call the animal control. Hopefully he picks up her paperwork in time, so we could actually go to court on this stupid thing. So she could actually pay for hit my partner's medical bills. So who in this town, they are so against the lawbreakers, it pisses me off, and the police don't like to do their job. But you know what's crazy? Police officer goes, well, after it bit you, do you know you could have had a gun on you and shot the dog, and she couldn't do nothing about it? Who goes for walks with the freaking gun? Tell me that much. Not I. Anyway, I'm just bent and pissed, and who knows what else right now. But good shave. Thanks for watching the rant video if you made it this far. A lot of good stuff though going on in the shaving community, which is a total plus. Because it's my area to kind of relaxate and socialize. Because I don't get much socializing around this crazy town. Because let me tell you, they're like, how can I say it? They're anti-vigiles. I'm pronouncing it wrong, I know I am. But anyway, because everything that's like, wait, that's not right. That's against the law. You ask a police officer, goes, well, there's nothing I can do. And then I'm like, okay, so I talked to a lot of the locals, and locals are like, yeah, you're going to have to do that on your own. Take the law in your own hands. I'm like, seriously? Sorry, I was born and raised on the res, and res can be pretty rugged, but at least we have officers that come and do their jobs. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, let me cut this short. Catch y'all later. Okay, bye.